Hello students, today our topic of discussion is circulatory system in mammals. Before starting that topic, we should know what is a circulatory system. Now, circulatory system is such a system which circulates the or transports the different materials like minerals, gases, and nutrients throughout the body, right? So, a system which transports different nutrients, minerals, and gases across the body is called as circulatory system, right? Okay, now we will talk about the components of a circulatory system. Now, circulatory system consists of three components, uh, which are heart, blood vessels, and the third one is blood, which is the circulatory fluid, right? Which transports different nutrients, minerals, and gases. Okay, so these were the components of circulatory system, right? Okay, now there is a question: why circulatory system is needed? Can you tell me? Okay, so in simple unicellular organisms, which are consisting of a single cell, like this is a unicellular organism, right? And this is its extracellular environment, right? So it takes up oxygen from its extracellular environment and different nutrients by simple diffusion, right? And exchange the carbon dioxide gas from inside to outside by diffusion, right? So diffusion happens in simple organisms, right? So transport of the material happens by the diffusion in the single cell organisms. But in higher organisms, the diffusion does not work alone, right? Because their body size is very large, right? And the diffusion rates in larger bodies are very slower, right? So that's why circulatory system is needed in the higher organisms with many, many cells organized in complex way, right? Okay. For example, you can see here this image. In this image, this is a human body, right? And humans belongs to the class mammalia, right? Right. And this is a human body, right? So this is a circulatory system inside it, right? Inside this body, right? Which is consisting of heart and blood vessels, right? Okay. So if you see here, this body size is very large, right? And it has many cells, right? So due to the many cells, the diffusion rates get low. The speed of diffusion gets low. Right? So diffusion rates become low in such organisms because of the many cells which are organized in different organs, right? And having many layers, right? So if diffusion rates become very low, so the transport become very poor, right? Or it gets slow, right? And there will be no readily available energy to this body, right? So there will be no efficient supply of the oxygen and the nutrients to the body, right? By the simple diffusion. So here alone diffusion doesn't work, right? So there is a need of a proper circulatory system in an organized way, right? In this body, in larger organisms. Moreover, if you see the bodies are very large, right? Of the complex organisms, right? So they are active animals, right? So they are actually active organisms. Active organisms have higher metabolic rates. They are having high metabolic rates, so they will be requiring efficient supply of oxygen to meet the energy demands, right? So, so that's why there will be the single diffusion mechanism will not be working alone, right? So they will be requiring a proper, well-organized circulatory system for the efficient supply of oxygen, right? Okay. So now we will talk about the features of the circulatory system, right? Okay. So circulatory systems are actually characterized by thin surfaces, right? They should have thin surfaces. They should have such organs which are having thin surfaces. Right? For example, the capillaries. These are one of the three types of the blood vessels, right? And they are having very, very thin walls, which makes diffusion very easy. For the exchange of materials. Right? Okay. Moreover, there is another component which is having a thin surface in the circulatory system, which is alveoli in the lung. they are having very thin walls, right? And there will be the exchange of the oxygen gas, right? And basically, alveoli are having structure like this. They're having structure like these, right? They are having grape-like structure, right? Like this, which I am drawing. Right? So these are alveoli, right? Air sacs. We also call them air sac, right? They are having large surface to area ratio and very thin surface, right? So here, these are surrounded by blood vessels, right? Like this. These are surrounded by blood capillaries, right? So these are actually surrounded by blood capillaries, and these are the sites where the gaseous exchange will happen, right? So inside the alveoli, we are having oxygen gas, right? And inside the blood vessel, we are having carbon dioxide gas, right? So from these capillaries, the carbon dioxide gas will transfer to this alveoli, right? And from alveoli, oxygen will transfer to it will cross the walls of the thin walls of the capillaries and transfer to the blood, right? So this is how gas exchange happens by the thin surfaces, right? In the circulatory system. Then another feature of the circulatory system is um, it is large surface area to volume ratio, right? So due to the large surface area to volume ratio, there will be the efficient supply of the oxygen, right? There will be the greater rate of the diffusions at these sites, right? And um, then the third feature of the circulatory system is it is high blood flow. It is just by having the high blood flow, there will be the ready supply of oxygen to the organs, right? So these were the features of the circulatory system, three major features of the circulatory system, right?